So rear naked choke here is a blood choke. Okay, so we're not choking in here into the throat like an air choke. This is lethal, but it's going to take him longer to pass out. Okay, with a blood choke, what you're doing is you're choking the carotid arteries, the blood supply that goes to the brain and supplies oxygen. So I'm using my bicep and my forearm, and I want to line my elbow up with his chin. Okay, ideally here, as I come behind him, I want to grab my own shoulder or my own bicep or a piece of my clothing, okay? And what I do here is I roll my shoulders back like I'm doing a shoulder row in the gym, okay? And I take a deep breath of air, okay? This tightens the choke. It's not me pushing his head forward that does it. I could do it with just one hand, not even holding on here. Okay, so here's another thing. So when you do this, most of the time, okay, people are going to try to tuck their chin. Okay, so now you're here trying to squeeze, but he's got his chin tucked in. So there's a few ways to get the head where you can get the chin untucked. So he's got his chin tucked, and I'm here. Okay, now ideally, realistically, this is just demonstration here, but I don't want to really be like this because he could really from here he could throw me over the top of it. So realistically, when I pull him back in self-defense, I want to pull him onto his butt. So I want to pull him into a position like this. Okay, and from here now he's not in a position where he could throw me. Okay, so as I come here, and he tucks his chin though, like I said, there's a few ways I can lift his head. One of the old school ways they used to teach was come up under the nose with your hand like this, and there's a nerve right under the nose. You can come lift the head and then come to the forehead to hold the head back. Problem is when you do this, he could bite you in self-defense. He could bite your hands and fingers. So then there's the old school military method, which is that you actually come over the top of the skull and you dig into where the eyes would be, grab into the eye sockets and rip the head back. Okay? That would probably get you in trouble, and it still probably wouldn't be as effective as just using your forearm here. Just use your forearm to go under the nose, peel the head back like this for control. And now the choke is a little slower this way than if I was to hook my leg. So first we're going to start from a standing scenario. He's maybe grab my wrist. I'm going to come behind here, grab right behind his elbow. As I come here, I'm going to pull myself behind him. One hand's going to come in, bring him back. Remember, you need to break their posture immediately, because if I don't, and I start choking him from a standing position, he's going to start being ready to throw me over his shoulder. Okay, so I come here, I break his posture, then I insert for the choke and start taking him back. Okay, if from here I needed to finish the choke, and for some reason I'm not getting it, then I could come in here where I actually tuck my legs in and finish. So we'll start from the standing position, step behind, break their posture, and finish from a self-defense position. The other thing is, from a self-defense position, is if I get to this position here, I can also keep control of their right arm. On most people, this would be the weapon arm, right? And if I had a weapon, I wouldn't be committing myself to the ground with him on top of me here. I'm still in control of where he's going. I'm in control of his arm. Realistically, it's even possible that I could potentially finish this choke with one arm, but it's a much slower finish. So in a scenario where maybe we have weapons, right, where he might have a weapon and maybe I might have a weapon, or if I don't know if he has a weapon, right, and I have to finish this choke, right, I'm focused here controlling this arm against his body, right, and I have to finish the choke with one hand. I mean, obviously you could try to clump and grab some of your clothes, but another thing is you can come up behind your head like this. With this hand, come up, grab your own head, and pull back. Okay, so we've done this drill before, right? We're going to do the body hardening drill. So we've done this drill before, like this. Okay, so we're going to work off that deflection from a punch, right? So as he throws the punch, I'm going to come here, step behind. You can see in the mirror here. So I'm going to step behind, pull him down, and into the same choking position. Obviously, when you're here and you're taking them down backwards, one of the ways is you can just see I put my knee here into the small of their back, and I just lower my posture to take them down. Another variation is when you're getting them down like this, is you can also come here and just give that little extra kick to get them down.